Hello friends, today we are going to talk about prefix sum technique which is based on array. So you can solve the problem by without using prefix sum also, but here we will learn some technique by which we will be able to reduce the time complexity. And if you are writing any program with less time, then always that will be good actually. So if you want to learn this program and all, so I have given some prerequisite, and those prerequisite is required actually. You should know basic of programming, loop, array. These three things basically you should know. And if you don't know these things, you can go and watch my Java series. There I have given all the basics concept. I have taught all the basic concept. So try to learn at least array and loop and if else, then only you try to watch this video. If you want to learn only the technique, you can watch this video also, no problem. Okay, let's see. So now we are going to talk about one problem and we will try to solve. So what this problem is telling actually. So they are telling we have given one array and that array will contain an element. So basically I have created one array with 10, so 10 element will be there, and you already know like array always start from 0 and it always goes till n minus 1. So if n is 10, meaning that your index will be 0 to 9. Okay, and you have some query also, some query on same array. So what query is saying, they are telling you have to calculate sum of all element in given range. So let's say you have one query and there, let's say I am taking L and R. Okay, let's say I have one query called let's say 5 query I have. Okay, so L is having let's say a 4 and R is having 8. So what is L and what is R? Left L is left index and R is right index, and this will be always equals to 0, or and this R will be equal less than n minus 1. So it won't go beyond the range of array actually. It will be always 0 to n minus 1, and moreover L will be always lesser than R also. It should not go like L is having 8 and R is going to have 4 value. It won't that also won't be a case actually. So for this is the constraint actually. So you have to assume like L will be always from 0 to n minus 1, and R also will be in same range, and L always will be lesser than R. So what I'm trying to say here, so if you are having the value like this, so this is a fourth index and this is a eighth index. So fourth index we are having 5, and we have to do the sum of all the elements. So 4 plus 2 plus 8 plus 9 plus 3. Okay, so what will the value? 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 8 15, 15 plus 3 is 18, 18 minus 9 will be 9. So first query will be having 9 value. Let's say another query I'm taking. So another query, let's say I'm taking L is 3 and uh, R is 7. So 3 is have at the, so we are talking about the index from 3 to 7. So this index I am talking about. So 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 8 plus 9. So if you will calculate this, so 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 plus 8 is 20, and 20, 11 plus 8 is 19, sorry, and 19 minus 9 is 10. So this will be the value. So this is they have to given 5 query. So we may have many other query also. So 3 more query we may have. So let's say they have given another query called 1 plus 1 to 3. So you can calculate, right? So 6 plus 2 plus 4 means 12, we can say. Okay. So let's say I am giving 0 to 4. So 0 to 4 minus means minus 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 and plus 4. So 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 2 11. 11 plus 2 is 6 is 17 and 17 minus 3 is 14. So this is fourth query. Let's say they are giving 7 and 7. So they are basically need 7 to table 7 means this index they want actually. So what will be the output? 9 will be the output. So I given many lot of example, lot of query I have given, and I told actually basically what we want. So you understood the program actually, right? So now we will try to solve by without using some prefix sum and by using prefix sum, and we will try to compare both actually. Okay. So let me write the brute force approach. What we can do in brute force? Brute force approach. What we can do? We can traverse from L to R index and index and sorry, get the sum for each query. So this is the basically. So we have to traverse every time L to R and get the index. So what I'm trying to say, let's say I'm writing pseudocode. Sudo code. So given okay. So how many times I should run? Number of 1 minute. So uh, what we can do for int I equals to 1 and I should be less than equals to q and I plus plus. Okay. So why I am running this loop? So that many number of time I have to add. So query we have taken first number of times loop should run. So number of line, how many number of times our loop should run? 5 times actually. Okay. So those that number is available in what? Q. So number of queries it is actually, and now we will be having, they will give me what? L and R. So let's say I'm some L value has been given and R also is given. So we can write sum equals to 0 and we can write int j equals to L and j should be less than equals to R and j plus plus. Okay. And what we can do here? Sum equals to sum plus a array of j. I'm writing pseudocode. Don't see my. I may do the mistake in some of the syntax and all. So don't think about that. This is a pseudocode, just a basic actually. So you can convert this program in any language. So I am writing this concept. I'm teaching this concept. So any programmer can use this logic actually. So that's why I'm not basically uh, putting like Java code or C++ code or Python code. This is basically I'm writing in pseudo code, so anybody can understand this actually. So we can, what we have to do? We have to do the sum for each and every query, right? So that I have done. Any problem here? So basically what I have done, so I have started from I, and I have taken 1, and that many number of time it should run, and then I will be given with L and R, and so I have started my loop from L and went till R, and we are keeping every time sum, and that sum I am printing it actually. So if you see here, this loop is running for q times, and this loop is running for L to R always. So always you know how we are trying, we find the time complexity. So we always go for worst case. And if you see here, worst case can be L equals to 0 and R can be n minus 1. So totally if you say, so this loop may run n times in worst case. In So you can see here also, so this is the best case actually. So if you see here, so this is the best case. 7 to 7, only one time loop is running. And now if you see other scenario, this time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times loop is running. This time 1, 2, 3, 5 times loop is running. So if I will be given one condition kind of 0 to 9. So how many times this loop will run? 10 times loop will run. So worst case can be n. So we can say with our conclusion, time complexity can be O, not can be, it will be O of Q into n. So Q into n, whatever the value Q they are providing, and n number of time it may run. So this is the time complexity we are seeing here, Q into n. And what is the space complexity in terms of O? We can say O of 1. Why I'm telling? Because I'm not taking any extra space. So whatever L, R, everything I have taken, that is a constant space. It is not going to change. So now it is taking 4 byte. So next time also it will take 4 byte. So we never count any context. Sorry. So if it is taking constant space, we are not going to count it out. Okay. So this is what the brute force approach we can say. So let me talk about the idea number 2. Okay. So for idea number 2, I am going to give you another question. Okay. So by that, I will be trying to make you understand. Okay. So what is that idea? So let's say you have given one question once again. Given Indian team score for first 10 overs of batting. Okay, and what they are doing after every over, they are updating the scores actually. So let's say I'm taking one as a over and second one I will be taking as a score. So this is my overs and this is my scores. Okay, so let's say this is the first over, this is second over, this is third over, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, 8, 9, and 10. First over maybe 2 run, second 8, 14, let's say 20, then 30, then 45, then 60, then 75, then 80, and then we can say 95. Okay, so what I am trying to show here, in first over 2 runs has been made. After second over score is 8, meaning that both the over is combined now. So this is having 8. Then third, after third over we have 14 as a score. Okay, so this is the our score actually. Every over how many runs has been made, and those are added together from the previous hours run actually. So actually, if I am going to talk about 14th, it is not third over score actually. This is the score after third over actually. Okay, so let's say first question I am going to ask here. If somebody is telling total runs scored in total runs scored in last over, how you will calculate actually, let me know. So if you want to see how many runs has been made in last over, what you have to do? So I have to find out how I can take the 10th hour run, and then I can minus from the 18th, sorry 19th, sorry 10th hour run and 9th hour run. How much it will be? It is a 15, we can say. Okay, so how I have calculated actually? So what I have done, let's say I am taking this is course array, name is I'm taking in array. Okay, and this is a SC actually. So what I can do, what I can say, SC of 10 minus SC of 9 will give me this answer. Okay, let me solve some more question. I will be giving more example, so it will be clear for you what I'm trying to achieve, and try to follow the pattern. Actually, you have to find the pattern. If you are able to find the pattern, then question will be solved very easily. So let's say I'm asking another question. Total runs scored in, or you can say scored from 6th to 10th hour. How you will calculate this? So 10th hour it is. So once again, what I will do, I will be taking 9 to 95 as my 10th, and 6 from 6. So they are trying to get this score. So what I will do, I will be discarding this 30. So what will happen? How much it is? So you can say 5 and 6. So we can say from 6 to 10th hour runs scored is 65. Okay, so what is the in form of array? We can say what we have done. We have done SC of 10 minus SC of what? Last time 10 minus 1 we have done. So what we have done? 6. So 5. So actually this is SC of 5, and we got this score. Are you getting my point? Any problem? Right? So same way, if they are telling third question, let's say total runs scored in 7th hour, how you will find? Tell me. So this is 7th hour, right? So what I can do here? Just I can now I will writing like this. 7th minus SC of 6 will give me the answer. So what is that? 60 minus 45, meaning that in 7th hour 15th run has been scored. Okay, any problem? Okay, so slowly I will generalize this, and you will get the idea what I am trying to achieve till now. Okay, fine. Any more you want to do? So let's say from beginning I am trying to achieve. So let's say I am telling fourth question. Total runs scored from first to fourth hour. What you can do? What you can do? Tell me. So first to fourth hour, this time I need not to go here. I can directly get the value of SC of fourth. If I am writing, I will be getting my answer. So see the scenario. If they are going to ask last hour score only, so that time you have to calculate with. But if you are going to start from here and to here, then you are not supposed to minus anything, because in the zeroth hour you don't have anything. I'm giving many cases actually. So all these cases you have to understand, and we are going to apply this logic in the program also. Okay. So now I will go for original question. So I think you got the idea what I'm trying to achieve here. If not, no problem. We will get it. Now the original question what we had. You remember the original question? We had one array of 10 size, and we had number like -3, 6, 2, 4, 5, 2, 8, -9, 3 and 1. Okay, I'll write the index also, so better to calculate and all in later point of time. So this is my index. So now what we will do, what we were doing repeating task. Let's say they are telling L to R, or we are, let's say they are giving 2 to 6. So we were running 2 to 6 loop. If they are telling 3 to 4, so we are running 3 to 4. If you see, when we would have calculated for 2 to 6, I would have calculated for 3 to 4 also. Then why we are calculating it again? Don't do the repeated task. If you are not doing the repeated task in the programming, then your time complexity will be reducing automatically. So here also, same way how Indian scores are getting kept into the updated order, we will create another array here also. Let's see what we are trying to achieve here. So we will create another array of same size, and instead of keeping like this, we will keep the added value, updated value. So after this, and then we will keep 3. What we have done here, we have added -3 plus 6 equals to 3. Now what we will do, we will add this value and this value here. We will keep here 5, and 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 24 minus 9 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. Okay. So this is the prefix array we have made. Now tell me the question. Once again, I will start asking the question. Okay. So here, if anyone is telling what is the PF of 3, let's say someone is asking what is PF 3. So we can say this is having sum of all element from 0 to 3. Agree with me? If someone is telling PF of 5, meaning that this is a same means sum of all element from 0 to 5, we can say. Now you tell me, if somebody, if they are asking, give me sum of 4 to 8, what you will do? So 4 to 8 means, what is the 8th value? First we were seeing the highest index, and then we were seeing the lowest index. If you see here, so highest index was 7, and lowest index was 6. Highest index was 10 and lowest index was 5. Same way what we will do here. So they are asking the value from 4 to 8. So what we are going to write here, sum of 0 to 8 minus sum of 0 to 3. Okay, sum of 0 to 8 means what? Till here and till here. So what we can do directly? 18 minus, if we are going to do 9, we'll be getting what? 9. So this is what we needed. 4 to 8 must be 9. Agree with me? Any problem? So what we have done? We have calculated 0 to 8 and 0 to 3, and we have already that value. 0 to 8 is 18 and 0 to 3 is 9. So we got the value. So what we have done, let's say if you are going to write same thing in IJ form. Okay, let's say they are telling 4 to 8, and we are considering this is I and this is J, meaning that what we can write here, sum of J minus sum of I minus 1. Agree with me? So say, you can see here, so sum of 8 means what is this? Sum of 0 to 8 means what? Sum of 8. Okay, and sum of 0 to 3 means what? Sum of 3. Same way, sum of 4 to 8 we have written. So in I and J form, what we have written? Sum of J to sum of I minus 1, whatever the value. So here also, if we will substitute the value, we can write sum of 8 and sum of 3. So in other word, if we are writing here, so what we can do, sum of 0 to 8 minus sum of 0 to 3, we can say. And if you are going to substitute, if you are going to convert this in PF array, what we can do, this value can be called PF of 8 minus, and this can be called PF of 3. Okay, and if you are going to write this same thing in ith j form, so we can write PF of j minus PF of I minus 1, and this will be our formula. Okay, forget about uh, how we are going to calculate the PF array, how we are going to make the PF array, that also we are going to talk, don't worry for that. So currently what I was trying to make you understand, this is our PF array and this is having the updated value. We will create, how to create, we will see that. Okay, so basically we will try to we are trying to find 4 to 8. So basically in other forms you can say 0 to 8 minus 0 to 3, and same thing if I substituted in I to j, so this is came like 0 to 8 and same thing. And then what we have done, we have converted the same value in PF form. What is this PF? This is a prefix array. Okay, prefix array we have created. So main formula, what it is derived, we can write is, what we can write, where is my pen? Okay, so required sum, whatever they are telling. Okay, so we can write in generalized form PF of j minus PF of I minus 1, and this will give you the value. Okay, I'll highlight this. Okay, how we will create the PF array, that is my next task, and then we will try to apply that logic. Okay, so this is my formula. Okay, now the question is how to construct prefix array. So prefix array is basically what? Okay, Let me get the array. I think this one. Okay. So this is my, this I have to prepare actually. So if you will see here, so if you will write pf of 0, we can say this is nothing but array of 0. Second, if you will say pf of 1, you can say this is nothing but array of 0 plus array of 1. Agree with me? If you will say pf of 2, so you can say pf of array of 0 plus array of 1 plus array of 2. Okay. If you will say pf of 3, meaning that array of 0 plus array of 1 plus array of 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 0, 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 plus 2, 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay. Now if you see, you can substitute this with pf of 0 because you are already having the value of pf of 0. Okay, if I will say this one, so we can substitute with pf of 1. Okay, likewise, if you want to write pf of what? 3, I mistakenly write only, so we can write array of 3. So this one you can write pf of 2 also. Any problem? So you can say how to, if you want to generalize this formula, what you can do. So generic formula will be, generic formula, I'm sorry, I think generic formula will be if I equals to 0, then pf will be I, and else, meaning that if I is having some value, then the value, then value should be pf of I minus 1 plus your array. Agree with me? This you can say array, because pf we are creating actually. So if you are already having the value for ith index, then you can say pf of I minus 1 and then whatever your current. So if your I is 1, what you have to write? I minus 1 and plus array. If your I is 2, then I minus 1, 2 minus 1, and already you are having first value, and then array of 2. Same way you can write your formula actually. Any problem till now? I don't think so. You should have. So let me write the pseudocode for this also. How you can generate the prefix sum. This is very simple actually. So what you can do, you can take pf of 0 equals to array of 0. So first value for this case actually. And now, because you have already copied the zeroth index, so now we will run our loop from I equals to 1, and I should be less than n and I plus plus. Agree with me? And what we can do? Pf of I equals to Pf of I minus 1 plus array of I. Any problem? So this is your prefix array. How you can create the prefix array? That is your, I can say here, construct prefix array. Okay. So now we are going to write the same program by using optimized logic actually. Okay. Entire program. So this is the final time to write the program. Let me take. So you want to return or print? Print. Let me print that. Print sum. So we are going to get the array. Okay, and we are going to get the query also. So query can be in some matrix form, like they will give like let's say query array. So how they are going to give? Just I'm not going to take that. I will assume some query for my program. But I will give you some idea how they are going to give you. Let's say they are going to give you 5 query. Okay, and all 5 query must have what LNR value. So they will giving you 5 is to 2 DRA actually. Okay, so how it will be? So you can say 4 comma 8 comma 2 comma 4 5 comma 8 0 comma 5 and 5 comma 5, let's say. So this will be your 2D array. So your query will be in 2D form. I am sure for that. Okay, so that you have to find out how. But in my case, what I will do, i will somehow I will somehow assume my LNR. Okay, I'm not going to write, otherwise the pseudocode will be very long actually. I already told you I am assuming like you know all the arrays actually. So what I should run here? So I have to write for I equals to how many query? So this is 5 query. Okay. So I should be less than equals to q. I am taking q dot length. You can take based on your programming language. How you are going to deal with the programming language, that you have to take care. Okay. So given L and R. I'm assuming like I am having L and R value, and that you have to go through with this actually. Okay. So what I am telling, if L equals to 0, then what you have to do? Print Pf of yr. Okay. Okay. And else, what is this Pf? Just now we have created the prefix array. You can see here. So in this logic, you have to merge this PF array also. If they are going to give you this array, you have to construct that array. I'm not going to construct again, because you already know that logic only. You have to copy and paste here. Okay. So I'm just giving to do, and in this to do you have to construct prefix array. You can very well create it, right? Because I already given the code for that. Okay. So if L is 0, okay, I have given you one case here. You can see why I am taking R value. So first to fourth, what we have done directly, we have given fourth index and we got the value, right? We are not, so here actually if you are going for in arrays term, this is our what, zeroth index. This is our zeroth index actually, and they need 0 to fourth. So directly I have given the fourth index actually. So what is this fourth? Right index actually. So that is what I am doing here, because we don't have anything to minus it actually. So that's why what I've done, L equals to 0. If L is equals to 0, then what we are going to do, PF of R, then we will be having the value. If L is not 0, then what I have to do, we have to go with the formula. So what we had the formula, remember, PF of I to j. If you want to find out, then sorry, sum of I to j, not PF of I j, sum of I to j. If you want to find, then what you have to do, PF of j minus PF of I minus 1. So what is I and what is j here? I is nothing, this that is L, and j is what? R. So here what I have to replace with R minus PF of what I have to replace here? L minus 1. So what we can do here? Print PF of R minus PF of L minus 1. Something for the writing. No, no, I'm sorry. So what we have discussed, L minus 1, and this will give you the answer. Okay, I think our program is done. This was the small program. Let me review. Yeah, this is our program actually. So now you can tell me comparison. What is the time complexity in terms of time complexity? Let me go and calculate the time complexity for this. So how many times this loop will run? 2 times, right? Okay, and for constructing the prefix array, you have to run the loop for n times, and this all the operation, what you are seeing here, what you are seeing here, this all operations are constant actually. So basically for running the loop, running the for constructing the prefix array, we are running the loop for n times, and calculating the summing of all the element from L to R, we are taking q times now. So before it was q into n, now it is n plus 1. So if you are going to write in terms of O, then what will be the time complexity for this? In terms of O, this time complexity will be n actually. Okay, in n form you can write it actually. Here, what will the space complexity, because we are taking one more array here, and that is of n size. So your time complexity got reduced, but space complexity will be uh, will be up, means your space complexity will get increased actually here. Okay, let me make the one here also. But if you are going to, if you will make some more logic, you can reduce SC also, 2 of 1 if you will use same array, because what you need at last, you need some sum of all the element from L to R. So what you can do, you can update your same array in form of prefix actually. Okay, whatever the given array, what I'm trying to convey here is, if you will update the same array in prefix array, then your time space complexity also will get reduced to what, SC of 1. Okay, so you will try to do this. This is your to do. So you can see the time complexity came in brute force q into n, and now it is, you can say either n plus q, or you can say at max O of n. It is not going to go for q times because we made somehow it constant actually. Okay, so this is all about prefix array. So in next videos, next session, we will try to solve some more problem by using prefix array concept. Okay, this is very interesting. Almost we will solve another 3 to 4 problem. Then your prefix array will get clear. But basic idea is this: what is prefix array? We are going to keep the another array, or we are going to update same array for keeping the updated value. So if this kind of problem is coming where we have to add up some element, add up zeroth element, 0 to 8 element, something like that, if that kind of stuff is coming in program, you can see, you can very well use prefix array concept. So this is all about prefix concept. In next video, we will be talking some more question on prefix array. So stay tuned, and if you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. See you in next video.